Echo, baby. Come see about me. And we swing and swing right, swing left. Roll with me or get rolled over. I'm rolling like a locomotive. Ain't no stopping me now. 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 So why would you try? I tell no lies. Got fear in his eyes. Don't play with this guy that is not wise. Play my hand right. Got pink Sprite. Styrofoam white. Top 8 ice. She's so shy. She still try. These lame ass niggas, they so tired. Stay getting money. Try to take from me. Rap like a mummy. Can't say nothing. That's his money. Bring it here, honey. She work for me. Fly snow bunny. Whatever I said, I done it. Talk girly, run me my money. Drip hard, I keep water running. Stack hard, thumbing through blue hundreds. Summing up, take nothing, I'm funded. Hear nothing, these rappers be mumbling. Running up, magician with the numbers. Cold winters, this band's in the summer. No, really, I'm just being honest. Graduated and hustling with honors. Beat the case, not guilty, your honor. No snitching, not talking, I promise. Ain't no stopping me now. 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 Swing. Hey, what's up, man? Good afternoon to everybody out there. Give a special round of applause to yourself for being here and being awesome and being great that you are. Take a moment right now, little quiet space to remember the ones who inspired you, to remember the ones who left a physical mark and they're on to the spiritual journey. Take a time out right now to give thanks to that. I give thanks to all those who looked out for me. I give thanks to all those who ain't looked out for me. I give thanks to all those who said something good about me, and I give thanks to the ones who said something bad about me. I'm very thankful to be in the position that I am right now, and I'm giving thanks and I'm paying homage to all the ones who's going to watch this now and are going to watch it later. I say right now is the time that you just manifest what you want. Whatever it is that you want right now, know that you already got it, and you just go on and go forward with that. But right now, give that silence to yourself right now, just to be thankful. It's a certain type of atmosphere I'm trying to set right now. Just start now. Do you want to shout and say thank you? Go ahead, man. Don't never be afraid of expressing how thankful for you are. Thank you. Thank you. I should see thank yous in the chat, for all the ones that's paying attention. I should see thank you in the chat. This is Make It Make Sense. This is called Make It Make Sense. Make it make sense just for the simple fact that everything that we was taught, we got to go back and we got to go check that out. We got to go reevaluate that. We got to go check that out. We got to reevaluate that. We got to see where the origin came from and where it came from, because a lot of things that was told to us, we found out later on that wasn't correct. A lot of things that we was taught, we found out later on that was not correct. How did y'all feel about that when that happened? It's another reason why Make It Make Sense is stood in the gap. I also Make It Make Sense. We're gonna read the Bible. We're gonna study the Bible because we want the facts that they gave us, right? We want to use the book that they gave us. I'm not here to bash nobody. I'm not here to bash no religions. I'm not here to bash anything. I'm not against anything. I'm just here to make us think. I'm just here to let us read this for our own selves and let us decide. That's what discernment is. That is the definition of discernment right there, to decide whether you're going to deem it to be right or you're going to deem it to be wrong. I want y'all to put a pin in that. I'm trying to get my lightning together. To pin whether you're going to be right or you're going to be wrong. That is discernment. Whatever you are paying attention to with your own eyes, with your own vision, the only thing that you're paying attention to is you're going to deem to see if that's going to be right for you, is that going to be wrong for you. And I want y'all to think about what I just said because I'm going somewhere. Y'all know I love doing this because as soon as that stuff come on, I'm out the gate. That's how I know I'm not in control. So I like to give thanks to creation and the grand creator. We can use God. You don't want to use Lord because I want y'all to look up the definition of Lord. I want you to look up the definition of Lord. I did a sermon back in the Gap, and I had the definition of Jesus Christ and Lord. And I had put the titles up there so we can understand what it is. And that's what I want to share with you today, because this is In the Beginning, part 2. In the Beginning, part 2. I say in the beginning they lied. And that's why I'm going with that, because I wanted to let y'all know in the last video where this all started. And they say, let us make man in our image. But go back to what Lord means. Definition of Lord.
Here's the definition of Lord. Someone or something having power, authority, or influence. A master or ruler.
Let's read it for the ones who didn't hear it. Something or someone having power, authority, or influence. A master or ruler. I'm going to say it one more time. So maybe somebody out there that's following should be repeating after me, or better yet, I can do it again. I'm going to let them talk.
Lord.
Definition of Lord.
Here's the definition of Lord. Someone or something having power, authority, or influence. A master or ruler.
Who are you? That's the question you should be asking yourself. Who are you? Can you be called Lord? See, they shun upon us if we say such things like that, but we just heard the definition, and it says someone or something having power. Who is your Lord? Who is your Lord? See, we have a lot of people, Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior. And then there's some activities that we deem right or wrong, and according to what you're doing, you don't follow that guideline. So now we got to call you out your name. That's division, y'all. That's division. Whatever you do, every action causes a reaction. So every time you do something, it's something that's going to, it might not be with you, it might be something down the line in the lineage somewhere else, or somebody else got to get what you done. We don't think about that neither. But still, it's what's going to happen is going to happen, though. So just know that every action is reaction, so something going to happen. You got to prepare yourself for that. Something going to happen. I had to prepare myself. Everything that I have is not mine, because it could be taken away from me right now. And what I'm going to do when it's taken away from me and I'm still here in this physical plane, I go stick my head at where the people at that's no longer here? Or should I just live up and then let them be behind me as I'm the spearhead, as I'm the one that's in front and they're guiding me? Because when you look at your parents, you're looking at an older you, and when you look at your kids, you're looking at a younger you. And it just keep on recycling. Because then they'll have kids, and the kids the same thing. They just keep recycling. You just keep coming back. And when you see somebody close to you that died, or something that someone that was close to you that's not even family, and they died, and that was the rapture, because they was gone. They was right here one day and they was gone. See, we read this stuff to be literal, but we got to understand, back in the day when they wrote their Bible, they didn't have the technology that we had. They had way better technology than what we had. Nobody caught that. Make it make sense, Reggie. Make it make sense. I'm gonna make it make sense. There was technology back then. How you think the pyramids was made? Ain't no slaves and no elephant and no none of that stuff that they showed us in them books with those pictures and had us visualizing that those stones was put up there. That was too much precision for a human to do that. You understand what I'm saying? It's too much precision. And not only that, when you find out what a pyramid really does, you'll find out that, hey, man, there's some stuff out there. Let's just continue. Let's just get on. Make it make sense. I just looked up the definition of Lord, and I just wanted to empower somebody today. You could call yourself Lord. You could call yourself God. Don't get mad at me. Please, the thumpers, don't get mad at me. I know how I put power to myself. And I've been put in positions where things have happened to me that I know exactly why it happened to me, because that's exactly how I want it to happen to me. I believe in what I believe in, and I'm going to stick what I believe in, and I cannot have nobody else on the outside trying to make me believe some stuff that is not in the inside, because I know that all this is open up, because anytime that I can watch something, anytime a baby can talk to me and I go around a baby, because a baby, they just use their voice. They just use this little thing right here. Really, that's what this is. We learn how to say words. We learned how to say words, but when we was first born, we didn't say no words. That's our regular language. And then they taught us some stuff. And then they told us to spell it out. And they kept telling us to say it. And then we got even clever. We found shorter ways to say, and quicker and better. See, we always try to find the shortest and the fastest and the quickest way. Just go this long way in this little boring little road and this boring little route, and watch how successful you be going down that boring route. Because I can tell you that I did not want to be in the boring route. I wanted to be in a route where it was popping. Hey, everybody, I'm talking to some people that have been out there and they know what I'm talking about. They want to make it happen. They Mr. Pot Scraper, Mr. Make It Happen, Mr. Always In It, Mr. Always Done It, Mr. Got the Bags. And I'm telling you, bro, that's exactly how they want us to start thinking. Because once they got our attention over here, dingling this little gold little nugget, it's a whole form of it's a whole thing. It's a whole gold mine over there, and they just giving us pebbles out of that, and we satisfied with that. It's time for us to wake up and know who we are. We are lords. We are kings. We are gods in this thing. And if you don't start taking your power right now, you're going to be somewhere that you don't want to be around, some people that you do not want to be around. And guess what? The only reason why you're around them, because that's you in my zero voice. Let's cook. That's you in the zero voice. See, stop worrying about why things happen to you. Huh? Just know it gotta happen to you. Just matter of fact, I'll tell you, hey, look, man, look, the worst thing that you possibly think could happen to you, just know that it can happen to you, and you'll prepare yourself better. You understand this how it works. So you got to understand how it works, and then you got to love it. Oh man, that's where it get tough. You don't want to love what you hate. You don't want to love what don't love you, huh? Come on, man. Then you got to sit there somewhere and take a lot of punishment because you believe in something and what you see, because that's what you want to manifest. And people will talk you out of your manifestation. People will talk you right out of your blessing. You done had several blessings, you couldn't get them because there was one person just swatting them away from you. And you invited them to swap it away from you. And you wonder why you keep getting the short end of the stick. And then one day the tables turn and that person become real blessed. And you done gave that person all the game. And now you the one feel like you're cursed. Make it make sense. In the beginning, it was just them two. One of them was here and the other one came here. The other one say, look, God say, look, I'm gonna give him a helpmeet. A helpmeet. What is a helpmeet? But then again, y'all don't want to tell us about the other civilization that was out there, period. That other civilization that was out there, period. Got to think about it. It was something out there because later on it told to you. Then you already know what Elohim mean. Matter of fact, since I got this smartphone, I'm going to be smart. Definition of Elohim.
Here's the definition of Elohim, a name for God used frequently in the Hebrew Bible.
Now, ain't that funny? How they made this singular when it's plural. And the only reason why they had to make it singular and they had to put it in the Bible so it could be mono, so it could be one God. Therefore, all the ones who are believers in Christ, they believe that it's just one God. They don't believe that it's other gods. But Elohim, in the original language that we spoke in, it meant many gods. And then you have a verse in the Bible that said, I am a jealous God. So that's how you follow and read that Bible. You got to understand that it's some stuff. It say you fighting against principles and principalities that you can't even see. Flesh and blood and spirit, you can't even see that shit. And we just believe what a motherfucker showed us at face value. Let me talk to the chosen ones out there too. See, the chosen ones, you chose the path that you on. And You know you have to be on this path alone. You know you got to be on this path alone. You have to be on the path alone. You cannot. There is no. You have to be on a. If you. I'm telling you, these star seeds, these star childs, when you was growing up, you was either the black sheep or you was the one that was always looked at as different. So if you was one of them, now that you get older and you get more experience, you get more wise, you start understanding your gifts, but ain't nobody really teach you how to use your gifts. You ain't had nobody in the family to teach you how to use those gifts because nobody in the family told you that, hey, baby, you know you could be able to do this here because we was too busy trying to make magic happen with our gifts. See, this is where we fell off as humanity. With our gifts, we try to make magic and make things. We try to pull a rabbit out the hat. We ain't got to pull no rabbit out the hat. We ain't got to do no trickery. Because once the ones who sit down and be still know that you can manifest anything. I mean 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 I can see the end of my life. I can see it because I know how I want the end of my life to be. Can't nobody tell me nothing. You can't. It's nothing you can tell me. Yes, I'm stubborn. It's nothing you can tell me. Why? At least I love myself so much that I have opened up something in me to appreciate what I love and what I know needs to be around me so I can continue to love. Instead of being around something that I got to be forced to be around and I can't, it ain't it. Make it make sense. You got Elohim, you got Lord. Wait till you hear Christ. Wait till you hear Christ. And then after this, after the definition, Vato, sir, after the definition, I want you to play that video that I gave you, but start it like at the 2-minute mark. Because I'm just trying to blow their head off with this one. In a nice way. I don't mean literally like, blow their head off. But let me find out this. Let me find this. Let me tell them what the definition of Christ is. Because see, I'm going to end it up. Definition of Christ.
Here's the definition of Christ. The title, also treated as a name, given to Jesus.
It was a name given to Jesus? So that wasn't his original name, huh? His original name wasn't Jesus Christ. Like my original name is my original name, and your original name is your original name. I want everybody to try exercise. This ain't no turn to your neighbor. I want you to say your first and last name. That is you, right? That is you. You are the God, the Lord of your universe. If we all one, that means that we all serving a purpose. That's one God, right? You serve yourself because at the end of the day, if you don't serve yourself well, you're going to end up, I mean, somebody's coming to save you. Nobody's coming to save you. There's plenty of examples out there how to save yourself. The prodigal son. Well, nobody out there trying to save him. He did that on his own. Came right back. Daddy loved him like he never left. Brothers got mad. Boy, that sounds like some stuff we into today. There you go. Give it to him.
Bible. But where does he go? There's a very little known text named the Gospel of the Holy 12, where he actually goes to Egypt to learn the Egyptian mysteries. He then goes to Tibet to learn healing with his hands and Reiki and Qigong. And then he ends up going down to India to learn the mystic arts. And he's teaching reincarnation. Really, is his primary teaching that he had, reincarnation, because really, if you're in essence, that's what the Bible actually is teaching anyway, but they just kind of shielded it from you in a way that, or worded it in a way that you didn't understand it. It's talking about getting a new body and a new name and all that kind of stuff. But regardless, he's teaching reincarnation. He reappears in the modern day Bible, coming on the back of the donkey, claiming to be the Messiah, according to the biblical text. The Bible says, "I called my son out of Egypt." That's when he reappears then, coming into Jerusalem on the back of a donkey at age of 32, I believe. And so, but in the sign Sinai Bible, which predates the modern King James Bible, he was never crucified, not even crucified. And what more recently, they discovered the Book of Jesus's Wife, which is at the Harvard Seminary, and this proves that he also got married. And so I don't believe he was ever crucified whatsoever. I believe it's just a farce made up by the Roman Catholic Church. I don't believe any crucifixion actually ever even occurred. I believe that the man lived, had children, and I think that his bloodline is called the Merovingian bloodline. And the Merovingian bloodline is still walking the planet till this very day. And he was put here to accomplish a mission, trying to raise consciousness, but it got twisted and turned dark really, really quick. And unfortunately, it turned into what they call a crap. I don't want to use the S word, but a crap show. They turned this thing into a whole thing that it wasn't supposed to be, unfortunately. The people in positions of power twisted it all around for control and dominance. And his message got stifled. The message was, we are gods. You are gods. As a matter of fact, he never said that he was going to return. He said the Christ would return, which is the Christ consciousness. There were many Christs before Jesus Christ. Christ have been eons.
Stop it, bro.
It's an ascended mentality. And when they ascended mentality, when that returns back to the planet, that's the second coming.
Tell me if that universe ain't talking to him right now. Pop your head up right now. No, pop your head up right now. And you tell him, did you just seen what happened, bro? Did you just seen what happened? I gave the definition of Christ. Then I had a video that I backed it up with, right? Right? Did I have a video to back up what I just said?
Yeah.
So why we don't know how powerful we are then? Make it make sense, bro. Make it make sense. We sit up there. I said this yesterday, and y'all could tell by the passion in my voice. Hey, I'm so mad that they had us waiting on somebody coming out the sky. Ain't nobody coming, bro. That's just people you just out there. You just think you can just do anything in life, and then at the end, right before it's time to go, be like, God forgive me for my sins, boom, and it's over with. They taught us that shit, bro. They taught us that shit. They said all we got to do, so we can just do. This is why I always do this shit. That they deem right and wrong. I'm gonna go back to what I said. You know, I always stay on point. I'm gonna go back to what I said. You see what you see, and you use discernment. You can either go left or you gonna go right. Right is wrong. Right is left. Or however you want to do it. Right? Like that's with everything. So you discern. If you take away the notion that there's no such thing as right and wrong, you won't live in fear. And then if you take a chance, you ever took that chance, y'all? I'm talking to the ones who took that chance. I'm talking about the ones who took that chance. And they took that chance. And what happened? Your life changed forever. Was that bad? But see, they taught us to, well, if it didn't go the way that you planned, that it's supposed to be bad. But that's not how it is. If you just take that all away, you can go, you can leave. If you just take that all away, you can get out of here now. I just wanted to make sure that I be on point with it. And I know this is not me. Again, this is the Spirit living through me, because some people can understand it better this way versus the other way. The other standard way is probably what broke everything up to where people believe in the lie more than they believe in the truth. And that's already written. And if that's already written, we're here to prove that, hey, this is how you study thyself to be approved, people. He was made in our image. Let us make man in our image. In our image? In our image. In our image. Us and our. Them, that's a group. So everybody, like I say, I used to always say this all the time. Hey, man, some people I don't want praying for me. Take it how you want to take it. I don't give a damn. That's the words of zero. I've been on zero for about a week. Take it how you want to take it. I don't give a damn. But hey, at least I stand on something and believe in it. And I believe in myself. I believe in myself I'm going to be all right. I'm going to believe that I'm going to be okay. I'm going to believe that I'm going to be past okay. I believe I'm going to be who I was set out to be. And that is doing what I'm doing right now because I love to do this. That's the difference between me and you. You don't even love yourself. At least I love to do this. I love myself. And I'm going to take care of myself. I'm going to take care of myself. I'm going to take care of myself. I got to put myself in a situation till I know my best self can be at its best at all time. At all time. It's got to be at its best at all times. It has to. It cannot not. Finish playing that video, man. Paula, put the video back up. Finish playing it. Let him cook.
Jesus was born at virgin birth. Now his mother, Mary, her mother was also born of a virgin birth. Now this is something that nobody ever talks about. Nobody ever teaches you this in Bible study. Nobody ever does this. Why? They don't want you to know. Number one. Number two, they don't even know half the time. If you go to the Apocrypha text, you discover that Mary's mother was a...
Okay, am I the only person who's seeing Billy Carson's Sanpaku eyes? Do y'all know what that is? Y'all know what that is? I know this is off topic, but his eyes is just, I don't know. Just watch this real quick.
Let's talk about Sanpaku eyes and what they mean, specifically when the whites are on the bottom of the eye. As you can see from Aaliyah, the whites of her eyes are under her iris. It's said that people with this typically live a tragic life and something tragic is approaching. Unfortunately, a lot of times it's something tragic regarding being unalived. A lot of times the eyes aren't like this naturally. They turn like this over time, and that's when you really want to be cautious that something dangerous may be approaching. Let's look at some other famous examples. This was like one season before Abby Lee went to jail and ended up in a wheelchair. She was showing Sanpaku eyes, whereas in the first season she was not. This one's really interesting because sometimes Sanpaku eyes can also show people want to stop you, if you know what I mean. They want to prevent you, and what best way to prevent you than unaliving? Actor who played Gomez in the Addams Family was showing Sanpaku eyes. He passed away shortly after filming this movie, just 1 year after it was released actually. And Michael Jackson had Sanpaku eyes as well.
Okay, my bad. Let's just continue.
The virgin birth. Why is this significant? It shows that some type of in vitro fertilization technique was being used in ancient times, and to create a specific bloodline. Mary's mother came down that line, and then Mary, and then she gave birth to Yeshua. Now, what's interesting, if you look at a lot of these records or accounts of quote-unquote mythology in the Greek myths, they talk about these virgin births as well. Yeshua wasn't the only person to come from a virgin birth. There were many of these people that were born from virgin births. They all have very, very similar stories. They're all demigods. They're half human, half not really a god that creates the universe, but they're half advanced being. In this case, Yeshua is half Anunnaki and half human, right? More direct to the bloodline that way.
I didn't say it. That's what he said. I didn't say that.
Part 5.6.
The Enochian verse that speaks of the first star that led the way of transgressing against God refers to the fallen angel named Azazel. Azazel's Mesopotamian name is Enki. Along with being symbolized by the fish, the merman, the dragon, and the all-seeing eye, as Enki was also called the wise, far-sighted one by the other Anunnaki entities. Enki is, of course, the serpent in the Garden of Eden and symbolized accordingly by the serpent. Enki is also the deity of fertility and virility, which is the male sex drive, and is also symbolized by the male genitalia, which is revered via erect-shaped structures called phallic structures, such as obelisks, which were prostrated initially in reverence to Enki. Being that ancient Kemet was all about the serpent, it is no wonder that many obelisks have since been removed from Egypt to various parts of the world. The Vatican obelisk was originally taken from Egypt by the Roman Caesar Caligula. This obelisk lies in the center of St. Peter's Square at the Vatican, which is shaped like the key-shaped Manat necklace of the ancient Kemetic sacred cow deity Hathor. Hathor in Mesopotamia was called Ki, K-I, the goddess who was the lover of Enki and the mother of the earth and supreme fertility and birth goddess. It is from Ki's name where the term Ki, K-E-Y, derives. So, of course, the placement of the Vatican obelisk is by design. This obelisk being placed inside the Manat necklace of Hathor represents Enki and Ki, who were mother and son to the ancient Kemites, but were also lovers. As Enki is also the deity of civilization, sorcery, and wisdom, symbolically it represents the key to sacred forbidden knowledge and the key to divinity and enlightenment. But speaking of obelisks, there's also the great obelisk built inside the U.S.
Yeah, there it is. Because I didn't want to give too much, you know what I'm saying? Because I got to break that down and break down. I just, first and foremost, again, this is make it make sense. What you talking about, Reg? In the beginning, it was a lie. I started that last 2 weeks ago, actually, and we was talking about the Bible. It say, let us make man in our image. Let us make man in our image. So I had broke that down. I had broke down that it was other people. That's why I say in the beginning, what beginning? Because we don't know where the beginning started. We just know that wherever they started, the beginning was at. The reason why I'm doing this is because I did this last time. Everybody do this here. This circle right here that you're looking at, I got this from somewhere. This circle right here that you're looking at, this is all the stuff that we know. This is all the stuff that we know inside this circle. That's why I keep highlighting like that and I put my hands like that. Everything we know is inside this circle. Everything outside this circle, there's a lot more stuff that we need to go look and research and find out. And that's what I like to do on my spare time. I don't try just go look for stuff, and I don't try just believe everything that I hear. So please don't take it as if I just believe everything I'm here. I'm just saying, hey, look, man, I lined up my lineups and I dotted my dots, and this is the picture that I'm seeing. Everybody's supposed to have a different picture. Now, if you have the same picture, you might be in the same tribe. It is different tribes because it is different gods, but it is different groups because you can ask what happened when they was trying to build that little tower up there, and he destroyed. They say God destroyed that. Yeah, this is gonna get real interesting, man, because we're gonna get to talking about God. You know, that's why I say, God. God didn't like people. God killed people. And I look at today, right now, we can cut on the news and I can see a lot of God not liking people and a lot of God doing this to people. So, again, I don't understand how the one that they got, that they told us is an all-loving God, when a hurricane come and we say that's God's will. I'm gonna read something to kind of soothe our minds, but I'm gonna say what I just said again because I'm not afraid. He's an all-loving
Make it
God.
make sense. Make it make sense.
He's an all-loving God, an all-loving God, but he gonna kill them people over there. That's the God that's in the monotheism with the same Elohim that I did the definition from. Says, I love all of y'all, but I don't like them niggas over there. I'm just going to kill them. I'm going to say they women, though. I'm going to say the women, though. Then one time they went over there. He said, look, man, hey, go over there, whoop their ass, because I'm with you, but don't take nothing. You had another nigga said, fuck what you said, God, and took something. Them niggas ain't winning another fight. Got their ass tall. These niggas was 90s. They was Mike Tyson in this bitch until Buster Douglas came. And the only reason why Buster Douglas came, it was by default because the nigga he went against the grain. Now, did one nigga go against the grain when they was walking around that wall in Jericho? I love to talk about the Bible the way that I talk about the Bible because, hey, man, I want my people to understand what was really going on because we still looking for the outfits that they had on with the little. These niggas ain't had no sandals. Them niggas they didn't have no outfits. It wasn't none of that shit, bro. They wasn't worrying about them niggas asleep outside with the goddamn camel. Nigga, they didn't worry about none of that shit. We worried about too much shit around here and worrying about what we just wearing. We don't even supposed to be wearing them motherfuckers. Goddamn, you know what, man? Truth be told, these bombs, that's how the niggas looked in the Bible. And the fly niggas, you knew the fly niggas because them niggas had jewels on. But those jewels wasn't really them wasn't no cubic zirconians. Them colors meant something and respect. And them people couldn't talk to God with certain colors on. I wonder why. I wonder why you couldn't go and be in the presence of God if you didn't have the sapphire, the blue, the red, the orange. You got to have those colors. There's something about those colors, but it's something about today where we live in with these colors that they categorized in other things. And if you wear this color right here, he gonna have to take you out. Well, that sounds like the same God that says all loving God because he didn't like them people because they voted. Am I talking today? Y'all don't want to say nothing. Huh? I don't want to say nothing. Y'all don't want to say nothing. Y'all don't want me to talk to y'all. Y'all don't want to hear nothing. Y'all don't want to hear nothing, man. That's it. That's it. Make it make sense. It's June 23rd. I'm going to read something to you. Look, using illness for our God. Okay. Persistent health issues can be disheartening. They drain us physically and make us realize how limited we are. However, we should not overlook the fact that sometimes God uses illness to get our attention and bring about self-examination. Some years ago, I experienced such an affliction. I was in the hospital for several weeks, and during that time, God dealt with me. in a wonderful way. He used my malady, to focus my attention on his voice and correct my thinking about several issues. Sounds like to me that he's looking at himself and he's giving himself self-inventory because he just found out that he was made in his image, and he just found out instead of sitting up there and getting on your knees and putting your hands together where your energy can't do nothing, and you're sitting up there saying some shit that you didn't even believe in ain't even gonna work. But now he realized, since I got sick, I can see how much sense I got because I ain't got all these people around me. I ain't got that many people around me because can't too many people come in the room, and I'm in my little sick bed. Now I'm thinking the way that I'm supposed to think because I'm humble, and now I'm thinking the way I'm supposed to think was, now I'm thinking that this could be it. This could be something trying to take me out. See, I'm talking to you right now who just felt the same shit that I just felt. You understand what I'm saying? It took something from me. Ain't nobody take shit from me. My son did not get taken away from me. He did not. My dad did not get taken away from me. He did not. He's going to live on. He's going to live on through what you're looking at right now. And if you believe it, you can hear him speak through me because they're going to make sure that it's still going to be alive because they still got to get this truth out and they still got to spread. They still got things that they have not done in the physical, and that's why they left it up to the person that's still in the physical to deliver the message to the physical so everybody can get out of that physical and get into that spiritual, and they can start seeing what they really need to pay attention to instead of paying attention to the things that's being put in their face, because that shit there is a setup from the beginning. The shit that you get sent by you was a setup. Somebody sent that shit to you, and I'm here right now to intercept that in the name. Christ was given that name by people. His name wasn't Jesus Christ. It was Yeshua. They put Jesus in there. And we all know that the J wasn't pronounced until a certain time, so stop it. Oh, he doesn't like Jesus, or he doesn't believe in Jesus. Never said that. Never once said that. But I'm not supposed to give power in the name when that person even said, don't even celebrate me, and y'all still wearing him on the cross. I almost threw this Bible through this computer.
Make it make sense.
I almost threw this Bible at the computer. I almost threw the Bible at the computer. Come on, man. Come on now. You got to start believing in yourself. Y'all always hear me say this. Why do we keep saying this here? Say, man, I believe in others. I believe in others more than they believe in themselves, and that's why I'm around you. If you wonder why I'm around you today, there's only certain people that's around me today, and that's it. I can't have too many people. Now, I don't know. It ain't that I'm picky or bougie. Now, I just know what's sent to me is what's supposed to be. That's what it is. It's going to be a lesson. I'm either teach them or they supposed to teach me. So I got to be acceptable of that shit. It might not be something I want to learn. I know how I get something you don't want to learn, huh? Let me finish reading. Look, he used my melody to focus my attention on his voice and correct my thinking about several issues. If he had answered prayers to heal me, I would have missed that. What he wanted to say to me, but today I give thanks for the season of infirmity because of how it increased my intimacy with him. Likewise, God cares about you enough to use whatever is necessary to get your attention, to get you to listen to what he is saying. He wants to give you guidance and help you succeed in his wonderful plans for your life. So listen to him. Certainly, he will heal you in ways you never imagined. Lord, thank you for using all circumstances. Thank you for all of them. I just got to give that praise. Even times of illness, even when I get sick, even when they just pulled my wisdom tooth off and they did not give me narcotics, and I can still feel the pain right now. It still feel like that man is pulling on my mouth right now. It still feel like that dude is yanking and pulling and turning, and I'm looking at him out the corner of my eye. I feel every pain. Them niggas gave me a Tylenol 100. Man pulled on my mouth for 2 days and gave me a Tylenol 100 and gave me 3 of them and told me I couldn't get no refills. Hello. But I'm here right now speaking because this is what I like to do. I'm here right now speaking because I know right now the stuff that is being said and is being, I love to blow that breath because it was a lot of creations in the beginning, boy. And one of them, he blew breath into them. So just imagine if you blow something good into somebody's life, you could just sit up there and set them free from the stuff that they've been going through. It takes you to set them free. It's somebody on your mind right now. I'm talking to somebody that's thinking about somebody that thought about somebody. You better pick up that phone and you better call them. You understand what I'm saying? Quit praying for them and call them, man. They can't hear you pray. But they can feel it. Because if it's genuine, it's going to reach. Because that's a certain frequency. Earth is I want to say Earth is 432 megahertz. If I'm not correct, I know somebody will correct me, but I want to say it's 432 megahertz. That's the Earth. That's what the Earth is on. And see, that's the stuff that we got to know. That's the stuff that we got to know. Look, man. You ever been watching a show and you just start hearing your conscience talk to you? So they call it interceding in the Christian world, where if you pray to God and then next thing you know, that stuff comes circling through your body. Look how this motion I'm doing. See, you praying up, and then if it's powerful enough to reach that frequency, is going to come here. What's here? It's going to come through your heart, which means that's the gateway to the soul. That means it's going to open up. But the only way that stuff is going to open up is that you got the love. But if you got some type of hate in your heart, none of that stuff that you're trying to manifest is not going to work. So if it's somebody that you're not getting along with, you might want to start getting along with that person, or you might just want to ask for forgiveness. Now, asking for forgiveness, you don't need that person to ask for forgiveness, because if you forgave yourself, you have set yourself free. Because we won't forgive ourselves just knowing that the fact that we just got to see this person and tell this person in their face how we feel. You don't necessarily have to do that. Because if you do it out of their face going to pop up. You ever thought about somebody and then next thing you know, you go to the store and you're going to get your little soda and some peanut butter crackers, and then you just run into them? Huh? I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to the star seed that don't know they're a star seed. I'm talking to the star child that don't know they're a star child. I'm talking to the one that is the one. Because you always think that you're not the one. That's why you know you're the one. See, the ones that know they're the one, they either the one or they. Hello. Yep. They say the opposition is a master deceiver. See, I don't even want to give name. I don't even want to give name to something I don't even want to believe. Come on. Why? Why are we giving credit to low vibrational frequencies? Okay. The farthest we should go is just identifying it and knowing it's out there and the characteristics of it. And I can guarantee a characteristic of it, because if somebody is saying things about you that is not kind. See, human beings going to be human beings, though. Be humans, though. Humans going to talk. Look, humans that are in the relationships, when they are in an argument or when they're going back and forth, the goal is to make sure I say the most hurtfulest shit I can say to you to get you to either shut up or to get you to either listen to what the fuck I'm really trying to say. Now, if this is... I only want to talk to the real people. If you're not real, just go and get up out of here. Because guess what? You ain't in here anyway. You ain't in here anyway because of the messenger, and you therefore will never get the stuff that you need because you always trying to kill the messenger instead of accepting the message. Quit trying to kill a messenger and not accepting the messages. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not worrying about these people making fun of me because they don't think it's going to rain. But I know it's going to rain. I know it's going to rain. I know it's going to rain. But they don't think it's going to rain. Yeah, that story. Huh? That's biblical. Huh? Take those biblical stories, nigga, and pick one. Because your ass living that shit. Pick any one of them stories right now. Anybody watching this shit, go read your shit and see which one you're going through. See, the one I'm going through, it's called Job, where that man lost some shit. I lost my firstborn with the same name as me. And it was Junior. I don't give a fuck what people thought. That was Junior, goddammit. And I'm trying to tell y'all something. That shit hit different. Because now I feel like everything that I got to do it in this name. And what's funny is, that's my name. So therefore, I ain't giving up and I ain't stopping, because that boy ain't give up and he ain't stopped. And I damn sure ain't fit to do it. I'm even fit to come triple harder. And you know what? I just read something in there by that book that just told y'all, even in your hurtest of hurt, your pain of all pains, your grievance all grievance, nigga, I'm still here and I'm still gonna give you the shit that you supposed to get to equip you to go out there and help the next nigga that's supposed to go through what you went through. Because if they can see your ass standing up and smiling and being good and being an influence, hell, they can do it too. And that's what I'm here for. And I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I know that's what I'm here for, period. What would Jesus do? Not what you motherfuckers doing. I love that segment. I even give him the topic of the segment so he can run with it. What would Jesus do? Not what you motherfuckers doing. When you get to the most worst situation in your life and your ass sit up there moping and keep your head down like you're a goddamn ostrich, or get your ass up and act like you're alive and let that name and let that shit run proud. What would Jesus do? Not what you motherfuckers doing. You're going to look for a pillow. You're going to look for somebody you can roach off of, or something that you can just crawl of, or you're going to blame the other mother. You're going to I don't like them, the ones that just blame everything. Nah, nigga, blame yourself first. Nigga, accept the shit from yourself first. You taking too much time. You got too much time on your hand to worry about what the motherfucker doing and everything that they doing. You got too much time on your hand, if that's the case, ma'am and sir, God and goddesses. You're not spending enough time being God because you was told that you ain't God. Well, if you ain't God, then who are you? You just a nothing? You just here for nothing? You just here for nothing, huh? It's just born to die. No, that ain't it. You can't sell me that one. Well, why is it accidental, man? Ain't nothing about that being accidental, man. Something got to happen in this. It's gonna come. It's got to happen. And it happened to everybody. I mean, come on now. We've been in a rapture. You punched your ticket in the rapture when you was born. I just want to show us that we should not live in fear anymore. We should not be in fear of death. We should not be in fear of losing someone. I used to be frightened of the fact of losing my mama. I can be in my house. I could be in my room by myself and thinking about losing my mama, and I just start crying like, my mom's still here. Dad and my son ain't. Ain't nothing to figure out. I'm just thankful, bro. And sis, God and goddesses, God lost his son too. And he ain't stopped blessing y'all. God lost his son too. His only son. Well, he lost it. And he's still blessed. Then he gave to people who endured the same pain and acknowledged their pain and never turned their back against their own self and loved themselves for being themselves, even with the rights that people said was right and even with the wrongs that people said was wrong. Job loved himself. Had a wife tell him, say, man, cuss that motherfucker out, man. God ain't shit. And that nigga stood on 10. Got him a new wife. You know, back then you could have had 39 wives and you wouldn't even get in trouble for it. Wouldn't even get in trouble for it. Didn't even get in trouble for it, but he got everything back 4 times. So just think about it. It ain't about the getting the back 4 times. Oh, yeah. It ain't about getting it back. That's what the preacher shows us. It's about they showing us that they got it back 4 times. But I'm still hungry. My kid's still hungry, and I'm seeing you eating. Yeah, man, that's poverty. That ain't group economics. How is that group economics when only the people in the pulpit and the people in the first 2 rows are the only ones sharing the money? Oh, yeah, I want to talk real stuff, man. Make it make sense, huh? Well, I'm going to make it make sense. They wonder why the youth ain't in church no more because there's a lot of that going on. They see a lot of showboat, and they be like, I don't want to be a part of that. I need something genuine. I need somebody to break this thing down to me so I can understand. Some people, man, I don't even know if these people, if it's still some of us out there, so Jesus still lingering around. But, I get it. I get it on the Jesus thing. I just proved the fact that you do. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the beginning of the exercise. I'm going to wrap this thing up because, I just give about a good hour, 50 minutes. That's all I need. I started late, but I'm always on time. That sounds just like somebody I know. With this Jesus thing, you believe in Jesus, man. You believe in that because I can't stop nobody from believing in Jesus. I cannot stop it. But I'm going to need to know the real name. I know the reason. I'm going to just need to know the real name. Why you want to know the real name? Well, if you told me to pray in this name, at least let me pray to the right name, because I don't know these deities that you got me praying to, because I was just taught that it's other deities out there and you can pray to other deities. The Luciferians pray to Lucifer, so why you can't pray to, it's other people praying to other things, and then they believe in Jesus, and Jesus said, hey man, don't do that. Don't idol me. Don't idol worship me. What you mean? I can't. See, you want to pray in his name, but you can't idol worship him, which means you can't pray to his statue or the cross. These are questions that should be asked. Because I know how I like to get twisted. But these are questions that should be asked, so people should be able to have an answer for those who ready, instead of just shunning them and telling them that they need to not question God. Why I need to not question God, but I can pray? Ain't I asking God for something in my prayer? Ain't that asking him a question? Ain't that questioning God? Or you mean, oh, so now you're going to take the same word and put a different definition. That's why these words, hey, man, it's just, it is a mess with these words. It'll be the same word spelled, it'll be the same word, but spelled different, but have two different meanings. Could y'all make that make sense to me? How did you do that? How did y'all get away with that? How did y'all make two words that sound just alike, but mean something different? That's how y'all know y'all played with the game, and you played with some stuff that if we knew what was powerful, because I want to know what them people that was walking around the walls of Jericho, what they were saying. And I want to know where they was at the night before. I want to know what area was in. I want to know all that. Why do you want to know all that, Reg? Man, you a trip, man. Oh man, boy, you show far-fetched. Now I want to know what frequency, what channel they was on, because those walls wasn't no bullshit walls. And them brothers believe, all of them believe the same. And I believe it was brothers and sisters. If they all believed the same thing and stood on it, y'all know how powerful we can be, and we can turn this thing around. But we live in so much fear. That's the ones, some of them, we got some pioneers out there that did it, but they gone, but at least they did it. Can you say that about yourself? I throw myself out here and tell y'all people, man, Christ was the last name given to Jesus. Oh, that's freeing you right there. Lord, that's a someone or something that has power. So if you tell your kids what to do, you ought to be the Lord of your kids, huh? Oh, Reggie, you just make it make sense now. Make it make sense. You're the Lord of your kids. You the Lord of your kids. You are the Lord of your kids. Lord is what? All that means is authority. So the Bible tells us to respect authority. So the authority put up there, who put you to be authority though, nigga? Who made you authority? How do I know that you're authority? Then it's by your works. Then it's by your works. It kind of works. Hey, I said, seek first the kingdom. That used to be my favorite thing when I was in rehab in Dixon. That used to be my favorite. 6:33, Matthew 6:33. Seek first the kingdom. What is your kingdom? What does your kingdom consist of? What are you searching for? Who is your Lord? What's taking over you? It don't even have to be a physical. It could be food. It could be anything. It could be TV. It could be anything. It could be cigarettes. It could be mouthwash. It could be brushing your hair. It could be anything. That's your Lord, because if you keep doing it, that means you love it. And if you love it, that means you get good results in loving it. See, I just gave y'all the key. Make it make sense. Make it make sense, man. This is part 2. This is part 2. It's a 4-part series. He thought it was a game. It's a 4-part series of In the Beginning, we in Genesis. We're going to go further into Genesis when we get to talk about Cain and Abel and them killing, one of the brothers killing each other, and then going over there and then having a discussion with God. And the discussion with God was, hey, man, you just go over there. With who? With them people. What? Oh, where did them people come from, God? Tell me what they look like. So if they was here, then that means I need to know who over here. And then, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure if it was some shit over here, then there was some shit over here. They just won't tell us this all at one time. You got to go find this stuff. But then when you get sick or something, or when you get an illness or something break down in your family, you humble yourself. Something about humbling yourself makes you smart. Something about being embarrassed. Something about things going away that you did not want it to go in front of some people that you liked, and all of a sudden now you want to get your shit together because whatever happened to you, you didn't like the way that it happened to you because that ain't how you looked at yourself. That ain't how you perceived yourself, and now you let them see some shit that you didn't want them to see, but you just don't know. Letting them see that part just gave another battlefield, just gave another weapon to you so you can win. Stop playing. Stop playing. I thank you for your comments. I thank you for your comments. You believe in what you believe in, and you continue to believe in what you believe in. I will never knock you. I will never knock you. So keep all comments going. They will not pierce through my skin. Because again, as long as you believe in what you believe in, you're not here to persuade no one to do anything because you cannot violate their free will. That's why I have problems with groups, because they violate your free will. They make you believe in something that is right there, and if you question it, you will get shunned. That is not the way that it's supposed to go. That is not the way that it's supposed to go. That is not the way that it's supposed to go. So again, study thyself to be approved, and don't just be accepting things that was told to you and you never questioned it. Don't be the person that cannot question anything and then you have concerns, because there's a reason why you got a concern. That's just like a child being shut up. Don't go talk about nothing that happened and what you saw. You messed that child's mind up. And I'm tired of the children getting messed up behind foolishness that somebody else hid and then somebody else is teaching, and they don't know what they teaching, because when somebody has a question, you cannot even answer it. You can't even answer it. And then the stuff that they give us to search, it gives you the answer, and you still don't believe it? But you believe in something that you can't see, but you don't even believe in yourself. Make it make sense. It's time for people to wake up and stop being asleep. And they being asleep because somebody holding a wool over their eyes. Uncover them right now and let them people go. They don't need to be brainwashed into something they don't even know what they getting involved in. A baby being baptized don't even know it's being baptized. You're getting them involved in something they don't even know what they're getting involved in. A baby, they got to get a shot. They can't even sit up there and defend themselves and stand on what they want to stand on. And you talking about we got free will? No, that's not. You can end it. This the end. That my hour is up. Make it make sense. I'll be here next Sunday. All comments are welcome.
On this episode of Make It Make Sense, what would Jesus do? Not what you motherfuckers doing. I'm going to say this. Jesus was hated by majority of everybody in the cities he walked in. But did he sit there and let that stop him from doing what he was supposed to do and have to do to cherish each other and love each other as they were supposed to be, regardless if you liked him or not? You have haters today and you can't stand them and can't get over it, or try to get rid of what you think they hate you about when what they hate you about probably don't even make sense. Still love your people, man.
Still
regardless of what's going on. Why? Because that's what Jesus would do.
Miss Erico, baby, come see about me. And we swing and swing right, swing left. Roll with me or get rolled over. I'm rolling like a locomotive. Ain't no stopping me now. 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 So why would you try? I tell no lies. Got fear in his eyes. Don't play with this guy that here's not wise. Play my hand right. Got pink Sprite. Styrofoam white. Top 8 ice. She's so shy. She still try. These lame ass niggas, they so tired. Stay getting money. Try to take from me. Rap like a mummy. Can't say nothing. That's his money. Bring it here, honey. She work for me. Fly snow bunny. Whatever I said, I done it. Talk girly. Run me my money. Drip hard. I keep water running. Stack hard, thumbing through blue hundreds. Summing up, take nothing, I'm funded. Hear nothing, these rappers be mumbling. Run it up, magician with the numbers. Cold winters, it's bands in the summer. No, really, I'm just being honest. Graduated and hustling with honors. Beat the case, not guilty, your honor. No snitching, not talking, I promise. Ain't no stopping me now. 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 Ain't no stopping me now.